Sorry guys, all this rubbish here now because I just moved slightly in the room. Is that better? That's a bit better, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Let me know. There's more people chatting in there. I need to find where you all are and how we're all going. Right, so you're there. I'm on here. The chat was there 2 seconds ago. And I think it's working. So, I just saw someone mentioned... Right, where are we? Let's go to this one. Here we go. Hopefully the reset will do the trick. It might be a new stream, guys. Yes, you need to go to a new stream. Has everybody found it? Is everybody there? Where are we? I need to get in the chat. Hello, hello. Everybody. Right, he's back. He's back. Is that better? Is that better, everybody? Is that better? Because it seems better. I'm here and I am there. Definitely, yes. I don't even know what's happening. It's so annoying. I think I've got you all. It looks like I think everybody's jumping on. Better here. That's all right. Maybe it was then. Maybe it was. I don't know. That's better. Everybody seems to be thinking that's better, so maybe. Must have been me then. Apologies, everybody. If it was me, apologies. I couldn't tell. And I didn't know. Frustrating, because there was like 30 people in there at one go. Right, where's this gone? Where's the chat? Skip ads. Let's put skipping ads at the beginning. It looks good. There we go. Dean Letter Postman's there. This seems better. Right, where are we? No, I need to get the chat in. Need to get the chat back. Which one's this? It's all right, I'm trying to get my chat on the phone and I am on there as well. So, where are we? What was everybody asking then? I was going to show Adam something that he probably he hasn't seen yet. I found it. I've got the chat back. Real Fanboy show's in. Brilliant. I'm glad he's in. Numbers are going slowly back up again, which is perfect. Yes, Adam, I was showing you, look, it's a third-party figure that I actually have. It's Iron Factory's Phantom Stealth. Maybe it did that then, Phil. Maybe it did a stupid update without me realising. I had to get rid of absolutely everything, which is what I had to do. As I say, everybody's in bed. So nobody is using the internet. I've got full signal here. I've got full signal on this one. And again, that's how I work out my chat. I definitely need to be getting, yeah, it's bad. I know it's bad. Visuals have improved. See, now the camera for me looks exactly the same. I was worried that because I put a screen protector on, I'd messed it up. You over there, 6 Night. That's my first third party there, you see. Dead Letter Postman. I haven't brought any. I've obviously been very true to Hasbro and things, but I'm moving on to everything else. Any new Optimus Primes? Oh, that's... Oh, what's his name? Come on, get me head in. Paddy. Paddy's in there from Fingers on Plastic. He's in as well. There's loads of people in. This is better. Have you opened him? I haven't actually even opened him yet. As I say, Daz, I'm so far behind. If you could just sort of, well, you can perhaps tell my room's an absolute shambles because, as I mentioned, I'm in the process of moving it anyway. But yeah, I hope, and oh yeah, the Dead Lemon's burning already. Okay, see you later. So I'm in the thing of moving. Oh, Lee's in. Lee's the guy who's helped me with the Lee. Where's he gone? These are his. These are what I picked up for him at the toy fair. I've got your figures here, bud. They're both here, so you can come and get these. It's perfect now. Great picture. There we go. And there's Lee's other. There you go, Lee. They're both yours. They're both mint. They're both still here, because that's another thing that I like to do on this channel as much as I can. Help people get the figures they want. Legends, they don't. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they don't take up much space, and when I move into another room, it'll be a bit better. I can see all the questions here actually now. I don't even need the iPad in front of me. That's supposed to be a surprise. It's supposed to be a surprise. It's a Canadian boxed one, so I suppose it's rare unless you live in Canada. If you live in Canada, it's not rare at all, but it's the Canadian one with the dual language and stuff like that. And it was supposed to be a surprise, but I've ruined it. Oh, Duke Nukem's thing is coming. Do I have Cyberverse? I don't. I've got one. I've got one Cyberverse Deluxe, and it's all right. You didn't ruin it. It's there. It's fine. It's my own fault. I've only got the Dinobot Slug, as they called him, and my son's got Soundwave. that. But who knows, if I can pick some up cheap enough at these toy fairs, I'll probably get some. Dare I ask how much Orthia cost roundabout? Greenlight is space books right now. Now Orthia, I brought the complete set for 300. That's what I had to pay to get it, to be fair. But I think Greenlight can go alone for somewhere near that, so I wasn't too fussed because the other one's quite rare. Tonkinators, I mean, that's one of my best videos at the moment. It's about 4,000. That is, it's doing all right just for an individual. What's the word I'm after, for an individual review? But it's not great. It doesn't hold together well at all, which is a bit of a shame. And as I said, and I think you've got the same. I didn't put that was from Space Bridge Guzzy. That's what I got it from Paul from. So I got all 5. They're all complete. They've all got the instructions and the extra bits. It's all in the bags behind them. Again, I've just been trying to sort stuff out. But yeah, Greenlight's going for silly money. Oh, you see, everybody always asks me this, and I don't like to plug the t-shirts, do they look great? I'll plug a couple of them then. This is obviously one of them. My thoughts is it's frustrating. I don't want to sound like I'm bitter because I'm not bitter. I think, as I say, people who watch this channel know that I buy pretty much all my stuff from Robot Recruits anyway, but a lot of my reviews aren't on newer figures. I'm quite happy to pick up anything and do a video on it. You're a Fung Boy, and do that. So, but the reason why it's more annoying is because they seem to get away with it. There is ones in black, Guzzy. There's loads in black. There's all the other designs as well. Pete's in as well. They said me to plug it, so this is what. So there's the other one. That's Jamie Maddox, and this one's one of Rudy's. This one's one of Rudy's, and then Princeton Flanix is in again, fantastic. And then my favourite one, I can't even find it at the moment. Oh, it's upstairs in my wardrobe. Anyway, I was answering that question. What annoys me is they just seem to get away with it, and this one's the thing that Tim is back in. What really annoyed me the most was it was a Fans First Tuesday or whatever, and we pretty much knew all the figures because somebody already had them. So that's what annoyed me. That's what really annoyed me more about it. If they want to steal them, then that's up to them. Well, it's not, obviously, it's not allowed. But I don't want to sound like one of these bitter reviewers who's like, because we know it's not fair. It's stealing at the end of the day. But more importantly, I think for me, it ruins it. I want to be surprised if they're going to do, if they're gonna do something, you know, like a Fans First or a thing where you can see everything. I want to be surprised. I don't want to think, oh, there's a figure I've already seen or I know somebody who's got it. I want it to be a genuine surprise. So for me, that's the biggest letdown for me. The fact that it's there, it's out there in the open, and especially when Tim B, especially when, what's the word I was on about? Some Mattel who make Jurassic Park figures. As I say, they literally took down YouTubers' websites for that reason. They took it down. It's crazy. What's the word I'm after? For basically showing too many newer figures, whereas these people are getting the figures that aren't even out yet. So that was a bit strange. That's my opinion on that, and I think I'll stay on the fence for most of it. Well, not on the fence, same as everybody. And I'm glad that you said that you've lost respect for it, because that works out brilliantly. Because you shouldn't be doing that. So it's not good. Right, 20 years. Gosh, no way. Is that the last time you've seen? Hey, well, there's people in the chat here right now who haven't seen each other in 20 years. How nice is that? That's really nice. Why's he got that weird name? Tim, why is your name called? I know people have got people pick their own names and etc. on YouTube, but why have you gone with that name? I've no idea. Last time was at Transforce Convention. See, all these things that I've never even heard of. That's all the things that what's everyone else saying? I'm glad. I love it, the fact that people are meeting up and they haven't, well, not meeting up, having a chat and haven't seen each other in ages. Anyone going to Comic-Con? There's one in, yeah, that's it. Again, I'm away that weekend. Kids don't know it, they're up in bed, so I can whisper it quietly. We're doing a Santa sleepover at Alton Towers that weekend. So I can't go to the Comic-Con. There's a big Wales one in the Telford International Centre at the beginning of December, and I would have been there, but obviously I'm not. I'm doing a Santa sleepover, which will be just as fun. So that'll be good. Yeah, like you've just said there, Phil, it ruins it. It ruins the surprise, and it ruins. That's why I don't even put all the transformation processes in the video, because there's something about it, isn't it? They're a Rubik's Cube. All my Diaclone talk has had me trying to catch up with all the releases I missed. And it's nice when people put that. You mentioned Victory Leo earlier. You're thinking it might be December. I think there's one. Uh, Rudy, there's not Rudy. Guzzy, there's one at the Telford International Centre in December. The slaying. Hello, fella. There's more people jumping in now all the time. I'm trying to keep up with all the chat. I love it when people say that. So, Pete, I'm incredibly pleased that you've had to go out and buy all them Diaclone figures because of my video. Because they look amazing, and then at least I know somebody who's got them when I can say I need them myself, so I can have a look. And I need to find that book actually, which you've said. Right, what else did somebody say? I mentioned Victory Leo. I'm thinking it might be December before we get a HasLab. I think so. I think I have an unused Goodbye Convoy complete. That's really good. If you will, you could perhaps sell that. Rebel Cruise member, a few people back. There you go. Everybody's having a good chat now about things that I don't even know about. I'm going to admit it. Auto Assembler never did that either. Oh, why is mine not kept up? It's not kept up. If you've got a good bombs, then you've got an incredibly rare set there. So well done. Definitely keep hold of that. You should film your travels. You go to so many. Yeah, because he does them all. You should definitely do it. I did a small video on my channel. May I link it in it if you want to? No problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. Of course you can. You can link it in the comments. Put it in whatever you want. Put it. I can feature it if you want. Dr. Von Hoot's comics from this. I love all these names of all these people who are jumping on board. It's crazy. Really enjoyed the new Transformers Earth Spark. Good. I thought it was great as well. Fungboy, remember getting my G2 my firm and epic story. I'm glad people liked Earth Spark as well. We need another Space Bridge trip. We do. I'm still trying to work it out. Touch it. Oh, come on, Adam. If you can't get it, then you'll have to let me know and I'll get you one ordered. In all seriousness, let me know. Victor P. Oh, yeah. You've got yours HasLabs already? You've got it already, the real fanboy. Did you say you got your Victory Saber? I know that obviously most of America's got them already. Who was saying that? That's crazy if you've got them already. That we haven't even got anything. Got Laser Optimus. I've seen that. Laser Optimus is 20. Is it £25 in at the moment? I'm sure it's £25. It's really cheap. Stuart, thanks very much. It's just a joke. Again, it's Rudy. He's a genius. And again, with my name being Russell, it was just rude not to. I had to go with the name Russell. Toys R Us with the name Russell. I play the game Earth Wars as well, and I've called myself Prime Muscle. Tim, we're going to do a Space Bridge. I said to Thingy we're going to do it. Yeah, the HasLabs are brilliant, to be fair. I haven't, well, I've got, obviously, Unicron, that's it. I've ordered Victory Saber, and of course I've ordered the Deathsaurus, whatever you want to call him. Because I've got the original X, just in case somebody wanted to ask, because I knew somebody would. But it's just such a beast of a figure. It's so good. It's huge, it's heavy. $19.99. That's how much Laser Prime is. He's also super cheap on Amazon at the moment. Mega cheap. I wonder why I wonder what it is with figures. I wonder why. I thought Laser Prime would have done really well. Just because he's a Prime and he's quite big. Laser Scourge. Yes, that's it. I can really see though. I can 100% see at the moment. If you can't, Adam, give me a shout. It'll all just go on plastic, and I know you'll be good for it, so it's no problem whatsoever. But where's that comic gone? He's brilliant, Dad. You only live up the road. You have to come around and have a look at him. But like with these, I haven't read them properly yet. But I'm getting long story short, got very small. Right? It doesn't matter, mate. You can tell me after, no problem whatsoever. But look, what I'm trying to... Sorry. I'll look after you, no problem. You've looked after me massively. Right. Now, is it just me, or does anybody else think that there's some real weight to the story now, that we might be getting a Titan class Metro Titan, because for the people who haven't got these, so for people who haven't got the Shattered Glass comics, that is Metro Titan there, and that page there. Obviously it's Shattered Glass Metroplex, but that is Metro Titan. So does anybody else think that this is it's a huge hint? I don't know. I'd love to think that it would be, but in these comics now they've had a couple of pictures in the first 5 they did, and in these new ones it's definitely there as well. So I'm kind of hoping that it all actually happens, because Metro Titan's amazing. I know it's just a redeco of Metroplex. I would go and get mine off the shelf, but my room's such a tip. I'll just show people a picture of it. So for people obviously who don't know what it is, he is, where's he gone? He is, of course, just, oh, here we go. They should do a Metro. They 100% should do a Metro Titan. I think he would be amazing. There he is. There he is. That's what he looks like. I shouldn't do that. I should just go and grab mine off the shelf, but it would take me too long. But I'm thinking Titan class Metroplex, it would be amazing. Yeah, they do it. They'd have to. I think they were called Metro Bomb, Metro Car, Metro something or other. There'd be loads of them, so there'd be more than enough. No, it'd have to be the original one. Is my link working? Not sure. I don't know if it's popping up. I haven't seen it, but you can leave it in a comment if you want. At the end of the video, leave it in a comment once it's live, and then just see what it says if you want. No problem. Loads of people are saying that. So Pete, why were you unhappy with Metroplex? Pete's just said that I'm making a big change in my room and all my figs. Mine's complete. Again, there's boxes here, there's boxes there, there's boxes everywhere. I'm trying to sort it all mine out as well, and it's so arduous. It just takes too long. What's going on here? So I'm trying to keep up with the questions. Yeah, we've got a guy on YouTube chat. What was we just? I don't know if it needs a rerun or a redo, which would be good, because do you know what? I'm guilty. I've got to admit it. I'm guilty. Mine's behind me here. Mine's still there, just behind. Look at all the boxes everywhere. Such a mess. But mine's up there, and I've still not even transformed him. I'm terrible for that. That's one of the blessings, and I say this, you know, in a nice way. No joking apart. The beauty of doing this channel is it's got me playing with them all. I was one of them collectors who's super guilty. He's booking off a week to do it. I actually, you know, was guilty of I just buy a figure, and if it wasn't in robot mode, I'd transform it into robot mode and just stick it on a shelf. The amount of figures that I've not actually transformed is crazy. And I'm very guilty of that. So yes, I need to. It gives me the opportunity, so that's why I don't mind going back to, again, the question of the products being stolen and stuff, because I'll do a video on something that's 20 years old, 15 years old or whatever. There's always going to be content for this channel. Granted, don't get me wrong, of course I'd probably absolutely love it if I could get them first and foremost, of course. Yeah, but for now it doesn't bother me, because I've always got something. I'll pick anything out. I've got a list as long as this of the figures that people want me to do. Are you getting the reissue Jetwing Prime and the 15th anniversary pack? What is Jetwing? I don't know. Funnily enough, you should mention that. I haven't got Jetwing Prime, but I've got this guy here right next to me because I think he's amazing. One for the movie. It's just obviously Jetfire and Prime combined. Yeah, I have to be honest with, is just at the moment there's so much coming out and I just can't afford it. I really can't. But that was a great question, and I have to say thank you to a subscriber. Thanks for who wouldn't have been able to review this, and I'm not asking, by the way, please don't think this as I'm asking for anything, because I'm not at all. But again, I can't keep up with everything brand new because there's too much and I can't keep up with it and I can't afford it. Nemesis would be amazing. We're talking for the next Titan. I completely agree with that. I think that would be stunning. I'm just trying to see if I can get the chat back up, how much I've missed out on. I think the Nemesis would be absolutely amazing if they could do it. But how would they do it? There you go, first time transforming. That is it, isn't it? Idea for new videos, because I'm useless. I don't. Well, I'm not used to it. I'll get used to it. Oh, I'm trying to get the things on. Yeah, Metro Dash. Love your videos. Avid watcher. The Nemesis to be legacy. Hopefully, as your channel grows further and more subs can help with that. Maybe, as I said, I'm always stunned. The fact, like now, that you guys are just sitting here chatting away to me, which I suppose is nice because we're all good mates now. But even before this, that people would just want to sit and listen to me. It was just something that I did start off in lockdown with my son to keep us busy, and then it turned into a good way of keeping an inventory. Twin Motion is in, which is brilliant, and it turned into a good way of being an inventory, and then it turned into an even better way of making friends and doing exactly what I'm doing right now with everybody out here right now. Okay, there we go. That'll be up soon then. That's something I did another little podcast with somebody a few weeks back, talking about toys as well. That's what I'm doing at the moment, talking about toys. I'm trying to keep up with the 30 plus people who are now in the chat. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for jumping on board with this. And I do always laugh, and I know that everybody always says that it doesn't matter. I only have vintages, but I like some of the new stuff. It was great to have. No problem at all. I do everything primitively, but I will start to upgrade things soon. Promise. Right, let's get rid of some of these. See if I can get these working. Yes, he is coming. We need HasLab Star Save. Don't forget, like, this is a new stream, guys, so like the video. Very true, Adam. Thank you very much. It is a new stream. I've had to restart it with number 3 and loads of them faces. Why is this not working? That's better. That's better. Now I can see everything going up. The Black Knight Optimus Prime from Ayrshire wasn't cheap. Thanks, Mum. Good on, Mum. Well done, Mum. Legacy Blaster on holiday heavily. You see, Mums are great, aren't they? Mums were the main reason I collect all mine. That was because of her buying me all them figures. Well, not all, I say all of them. She got me Prime, obviously, and started it all off. I am on my alt node. I thought so. I was thinking that's not whatever it is. You got 2. People have got 2 accounts. I need to get 2 accounts. See what I can do with that. I'm interested in. You need to start your New Age collection as well. That's true, Pete. But again, my sister started this, and now she complains. Twin Shot. Yeah, that's Twin Shot Robot Recruits. That's who it is. He's on here. I do want. Who did you tell me to get? New Age. New Age look amazing. I was talking with Daz about New Age the other day. And they're definitely on the list. Once I get things paid off, once I got things sorted, once everything's where it is, New Age is gonna. And I love what's it called, Doctor Wu stuff as well. I love Doctor Wu, the teeny little ones. They look great. Have you got Titan's Return? Yes, I have. Is it Titan's Return Triptychon? Yes, I've got that one. Magic Square. That's it. There's too many of them. That'll be good. Inferno looks good. Artfire looks good. Who done Backdraft? Is that New Age who did Backdraft? What a great name that is. Obviously, homage to the movie from years ago. I think that was a great. I love it. I love how they do that. Really clever with all the names. It is very, very clever. It's very funny. Yeah, New Age. I think New Age. Yes. That's the one I want. I want that little Artfire, definitely as well. Not yet. Not yet. Can't beat Artfire. I don't know why. I got asked a brilliant question by Ben, who's not on here. Did you finish the spoiler packs? Great wee things. Which ones were the spoiler packs? Hello, Russ. This is the secondary channel of Retro Action UK. Oh, there we go. There's loads of people with 2 things here at the moment. The Washbrook Show. He does the best. Scramble City Sundays, and he's there. It's great. I love the fact they do the Target Master Netflix ones. I got all of the Netflix yeah, I've got all the spoiler packs for Netflix. Yes, I did videos on them, funnily enough. So yeah, I think somebody put a comment that I actually, funnily enough, managed to review the one before Prime versus Prime, because obviously I get my stuff from Hasbro and it came out first over here, so I did that video. And granted, that was one of my first reviews, and it wasn't the greatest. I didn't even know what really to do with the blast effects. It's quite crazy when you look back. at it now that I really didn't know what I was talking about, and I tried to put the blast effects in the elbow joint and all that sort of stuff. It's cringeworthy now. Maybe I should go back and do it again, but I didn't need to because the amount of times they reuse that Megatron mold, I don't think actually will ever have to. He's just had so many uses, haven't they? I'm hoping that they're not going to use that Megatron mold for bludgeon. Please don't use that Megatron mold for bludgeon. That's my big. I hope they don't. They released their step. Oh, you're talking about New Age still at the moment. I don't understand why they didn't. I've seen that stepper. Phil's got that stepper. It's brilliant. Here we go. I'm not discussing what you guys are discussing. Oh, Cybertron Nation. There we go. They're having a chat about something I don't want to get involved. This is all true, what they're saying. There we go. It's a good job it doesn't come up on the screen there. The reason why, all I'll say, and people will guess straight away, is the reason why that people do it is if you think that the people who get the videos, for instance, the one you're chatting about, if he gets 40,000 views in a day, he's made about £2,000 maybe sometimes. So that's probably why he does it. And that's why they do it. And that's obviously a massive incentive for people out there. I couldn't resist as people are showing on the 2 channels. This is my diorama. You can get literally on the videos there, on the what he's making. If you want to see what this particular person's making, there's a thing called socialblade.com. If you go to socialblade.com, anybody in the public eye or anybody who makes any money from anything socially media related, so from TikTok, from YouTube, from Instagram, from anything that you get paid socially, it's in the public eye. Go to socialblade.com, type in the name of your favorite YouTuber, and see see how much they're making. If you like stop motion, you need to watch Ultra Marcus. He's amazing. Him and all of his. He's got an entourage now. If he's still in the chat, I don't know if he's still there. I'm definitely. I completely agree with you then, Pete. That's what I've said for ages. But yeah, stop motion. So there is, what's his name? Oh, I completely forgot. There's Input, there's Crimson Raptors, there's 3 Live Stream. He's got so many people who works on his stop motion videos, and they're brilliant. And he's just put another one up last week actually. So check out Ultra Marcus's channel. Hi Russ. Is Russ? Yes, it is short for Russell, but I've got 2 L's. Not that it makes a difference. It's just, yeah, that's why I went with Toys R Us, because it's easier. Dazatron's jumped in, completely green. Panda Jack is good. I've not heard of Panda Jack, see? Oh, I really need to get a chair in this room as well. It's not the comfiest sitting on the floor all the time. Yeah, I don't think he gets them direct from Hasbro, though. What I did really like, talking about what we're talking about, what I did really like was obviously that they used Thew. They used Thew. It's because I saw Phil on there. They used Thew for the last 2 lives thing they've done. So obviously they could have chose the person that you're talking about. They could have chose him quite easily, but they didn't choose him. They chose Thew for Toy Grind, which is brilliant. So maybe that is a little bit of a backhanded. We know what you're doing and we're not happy with what you're doing, but that's what I think anyway. I think that's why, because obviously, well, we're talking about Prime versus Prime, so I might as well say his name, because Prime versus Prime's got so many more. What's the word I'm after? He's got loads more followers, hasn't he? He's got loads more subs, but Thew's only got half the amount. But I think that Thew, because he's legit, got picked. I don't know, pure speculation. That's really nice of you to say that, Blitzwing. That would be great if I could. I suppose that's one of the dreams, isn't it? One of the dreams would be to get invited onto one of them panels with them guys. That would be, who knows, I suppose that would be amazing. Thew's crazy, and I genuinely did. I know that he's told everybody. No, I don't think he was, Daz. I think he said he was, but there's no actual proof that he was. I think he said he was. Isn't there something about the YouTube algorithm, how fickle it can be? I don't know what it is, to be honest. I don't know what the algorithm is. It's weird. It's like I put a short up today of just a couple of things. Um, what's the word I'm after? And it hit the algorithm straight away, and it did 1,200 views in like 9 minutes. It was only a short, and I've no idea how I did it or how I could even do it again. But it just did it. It hit whatever it was, boom. And then of course it's gone back down to its usual 6 or 7 an hour, which is what most of my things do, except for some of the newer ones. But I think what you just said as well is right, Pete. I think a lot of people do hate it. It's just probably because of the money in it. Yeah, honestly, I think he would have been pulled in. I did a fake face reveal and it blew up. Veek, I don't get Hughes channel, so that is why I watch PVT. Hughes, very, very. That's why I probably thought he was. I didn't think he was English. I think he's. Yeah, he's crazy in a great way. He's crazy in a great way, and I had no idea. And I'm laughing at myself and anybody who watches his channel, because I know he even mentioned. I did think he was genuinely an American reviewer, so I messed up there. But it's true, I did. Where's Ultra Marcus gone anyhow? I've been plugging him and he's gone. He must have just jumped in at the beginning and disappeared, or maybe he didn't come back into the latest one. He'll be back soon. But it's interesting to see what and who they pick. Obviously, they picked ID whatever it is when they show us your gems for something as well, and I was on. I've no idea Blitzwing base. I can't answer that because, to be honest, I don't even know exactly what I've got until I get it all sorted, until I get it all put into categories. I'm in the process of selling a few things as well, so I've got no idea what a total price would be, to be honest, but it's insured separately on the house and individually for quite a bit. But again, I couldn't give you an exact figure. I wouldn't know. Thank you very much. I think I'm ironically about 4 off, so I can't even call this the 6K live stream because I don't want to tempt fate or jump the gun. But yeah, I have to warm to him. Yeah, that's a good thing to put. Yeah, he's very high energy, and he does quite a few things. Could, I don't know what that is. I'm still trying to keep on the chat. A car Russ collection. It probably could be. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. And again, the other thing as well is obviously this is a prime example now. There's a chat going on right now, and there's people from all around the world. There's quite a few people in the UK. There's quite a few people in so Loki the 14th is in. It's brilliant. So for example, that's a Canadian Ratchet behind me. So oh, lovely, thank you. And there's someone here from Texas. So that's the thing. It depends where you're located. It depends exactly wherever you're located. So things are valued for exactly that reason. So it's hard to put an exact value on anything for that again. We never used to get things like this in the UK, the Target exclusives, but now they've popped up everywhere. Ross, if TFUcon was to ask you to do a panel presentation, would you? I think you'd have to. Of course I would. I'd love to do that. I'd be blown away if they did ask me to do that. If TFCon, even any convention, anything at all, wanted to be, then of course I'd love it. 100%. I think it would be great. Do I ever see myself getting there? I don't know. Do you know what? I'd be more than. I'm grinning now because obviously that would be really good, but I'd definitely be more than surprised because again I still class myself as small fry. I still class myself as relatively new to this, 2.5 years into it. So and again, we're laughing about it. I've had to restart this stream 3 times because I'm still just using a phone and an iPad. So I'd have to book my game up and book my ideas up and do all that sort of stuff. So it would be funny. Did you at the CC East Kilbride got a used deluxe? No, I didn't hear that. Do you know the Velocitron series is still... I hope it does, but what they're doing with the rest of the figures, funnily enough, Galaxy Shuttle is one of my best surprise figures of the year. I didn't expect it to be anywhere near as good as what it was. I thought it was fantastic. It really was. Could do a panel on variants. Yeah, that would be good actually. Maybe. Hi Russ, what was your specialist area of Transformers would you talk about? If I did a seminar, ooh. Now the problem with that is there's always somebody who knows more than me, and I know quite a bit. I don't by any chance know all of it. I've got huge gaps in my knowledge. Um, I've got I've got enough to do this sort of channel, if you know what I mean. I didn't like that Astro Train mod, but I love it as Galaxy Shot. I could probably do G1. I could maybe do G1 Japanese figures because I think I've got a good enough thing on there. But I know a few of my actual subscribers who perhaps may know a little bit more than me. Mini bot variants, I'm no good at that. You know, Tim Banerjee, if he's still in the chat, wow, is his knowledge. Paul, obviously Hitchens from the Space Bridge, his knowledge is out there. I'd just be quite happy to just sit there and talk about toys, to be honest. Just talking about things and how they go. Got to go, really sucks. Peace out. Thanks for jumping in. Check out Washbrook shows, Scramble City Sundays. Do I collect one-step changes? I don't, but it's because I've just the thing with my collection is, and the thing with me, it's obviously I'm an adult and I've started collecting again as an adult. Do a group panel, that would be a good idea. So because I started again as an adult and I just brought for me, I literally just brought my figures for me, so I didn't buy them. And again, you can't have them all. You can think you can have them all, you can try and have them all, but there's far too many. I can't even keep up with the new ones now, never mind all the ones. I mean, can you imagine how many new figures we're going to get when this new movie actually hits? We're going to get, there's going to be about 30 different, there's going to be one-step changes, there's going to be smash changes. We already know there's going to be the reissue of Power Core Combiners. There's going to be Scout, Scout Plus, Commander Class, Scout Commander Deluxe, Voyagers, Combiners, everything. One-step changes, three-step changes, mashups. There's too much now, and I think that was another reason why I stopped collecting movie figures, because I was running out of space anyway, but then because they just went off on too many tangents, on too many lines, and again, you can't collect them all. I can't afford to collect them all. Definitely got no space. There you go, fembots. So funnily enough, Guzzy, I've got another couple of real special ones coming soon, which I don't even know if you might have. I'll speak to you about them too at a later date, because I don't have them in hand yet. Guzzy likes to collect fembots. He's got 235 different ones, which is insane. God in heaven, who's that? There we go. Movie figs are one problem I'll never have. That's it, Adam. You're really lucky. There's way too much modern stuff. That's why I switched to New Age, Blitzwing base, laughing. No, we can collect. We can collect all the toys. So you joke about it though, and I do joke. If I won enough on the lottery that I didn't have to go to work, I would buy as much as I could, and I'd just do it literally. I'd buy everything. I'd be reviewing new things every day. That's a dream. That's a pipe dream. Because I want to see all the New Age stuff. I want to see all the Iron Factory. I want to see all the Doctor Woos. And there you go. We can dream, can't we? We can dream. I just found Studio Series 86 Iron Eye, but I had to resist to buy it because I told my wife to get it. I've not got that one yet. I obviously put up, where's it gone? I don't know. I put up the Studio Series version. This one yesterday, which was surprisingly good, really good in fact, and my other one, the 86 version, is in the post as we speak, so I'll be doing a review on that this week. Sneak it in your coat. I don't need to sneak it in, it's mine. That Toys R Us museum night, well, it might do, yeah, there you go. Loads of people keep asking for that, but I wouldn't even have the first clue how to do that. Imagine it come in. What was that? I'm trying to keep up with all this, but it's not. The chat's slow. And what did I miss there? Our message retracted. The museum will happen. Imagine if it comes tonight. No, it won't come tonight. When I'm back in the market, I want to get more G1, but I have a list of third-party figures I want to get. Yeah, there's too many. I always said it's not the size of the collection that matters. Here we go. The size of that's it. The love for that. I think that's it. The museum's behind you, I suppose. So yeah, I can't sit comfortable. I need to sit on them chairs, but I'm already gonna lose feed. Somebody was asking me, like, again, what is it about that they only buy figures because they've got an attention a thingy too. You've got to pick and choose Transformer figures. It's saving for the moment. Studio Series Dinobots, they are going to get, I believe, Snarl's next. I believe Snarl is next. So fingers crossed, we will see Snarl next. I can't keep up with this. I've got to do better than this. I don't buy RED. I don't buy RED. Again, that's just another alleyway that I don't go down. I know people who've got them, and I know that Phil, I got to apologise to you again because the box under Ratchet, I've still not done the video on that Prime. I'll get that done as soon as possible. And just so far, let's get rid of that. It's not coming up. Yeah, Snarl allegedly is rumoured to be next, isn't he, of the Dinobots, which should be good. Foxytron Prime does. I like them. Transformers UK Collector, Simon in here has got a few. Daz has got the clear Megatron, which I like and I like the look of, and I've had brilliant ideas of putting under Unicron and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't think that it'd work. I could buy them all rather. I think it'd look good, but I don't think I can't start buying red as well. Just, it's not there. I like how someone put the museums behind me. I've got brilliant ideas, as I say. When all this is moved into another room, I've got a full idea of how it's all going to be done. So it's exciting times for everything to be moved around and for it to be how I want. I'm going to go, I suppose, might as well tell you now while we're here. I'm going to get the Big Billy bookcases. Red Shockwave's good. You only want, is it? I don't know which one it is, Guzzy. I don't know which one ladies are. It's got to be RC, I would imagine. Is RC in it? I'm going to do like as I say, the Wave 1, the Wave Series 1, Series 2, etc. with all the variants and different things. And then the Japanese, I'm going to do a whole case of Victory. I'm going to do a whole case of Super God Master Force, whole case of Operation Combination. So they've all got their own specific areas. Because obviously, as I've had this for so long and just added things to it, added to it, it's just got too much. And it'd be good to be able to get, you know, all these in there we go. It'd be good to get all all 6 of these, whatever, in their own little case with everything on around it. Because I think it'd be better to just to have specific areas, and then everybody can see, and I can say, look, this is the entire lot of Return of Convoy, this is the entire lot of Victory, this is the entire lot of Season 4, etc. Yeah, that's the plan. And then, as I say, I'm going to be able to do maybe Mexican variants on another one because there's loads of them, and I'm building them up quite fast. And then, of course, there's the South American mini-bots, which that's my new ones at the moment. I've got Flame War behind me. Amazing. Absolutely, this figure, the paint taps on it and everything, stunning. Stunning figure. She was definitely worth getting hold of. Way better than the best one of all 3 molds. She's great. She's definitely one. I saw your Red 6 train view today. A complete grade. That will never happen. I know you've suggested that before, Simon, but I will have to win very big on the lottery for that to happen. The suggestion there, for anybody who hasn't read the comments, was to get a complete graded G1 collection. And as I say, that's good but insane. If you put glass cases around them, you could charge people £5 to go in and look. Could do. I don't pick up many new Hasbro, but she's stunning. She's absolutely stunning. Where's my chair? Where's my seat? I've got nothing to sit on it. Awful. That's similar to what I'm planning out. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I have 2005 Botcon Flame War, Prime Lead. There you go. Loads of Flame War. Any DevCon news? No news on DevCon, I don't think. There's nothing going on at the moment. Anyone else got any news on that? Is it impossible to get a graded collection? There's so few out there. I think it could be, Adam, especially with the people who I know, but I think the prices of them graded are just insane. So it's something that I wouldn't even be able to do. I think it will be the Blur mould, but oh, here we go. Excellent, thank you very much, Simon. That's so nice of you for joining. Thank you so much. What was I saying then? Completely. I'm hoping it's not the Blur mould. I'm really hoping it's not the Blur mould, because the Blur mould is just, it's been used too many. I know it's completely hypocritical because I've got about 14 sideswipe moulds in Red Alert and Tiger Track and all that. But that's a good mould. The Blur mould isn't that good. It's okay. It's not like the sideswipe moulds. And of course we've got Simon. I'm gonna have to contact you, send you a link to the Discord after this. So thank you for joining. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I'll send you a link. Leave me a comment in here if you've got me on Instagram. Please send me a message on Instagram, and I'll send you a direct link to the Discord that we've got, which is separate to this. There's another Simon there as well, which is good. I can't think what I was saying then. Completely lost track. Yeah, the Blur mould. Don't like it. It's all right. I'm thinking I might have one up there, but I don't. I don't have one up there. Perfect. There you go. The Blur mould is a bit ropey. The forearm cable, I know what you mean, Russ. It definitely did. I agree with you, Fung Boy. The DevCon did look like Blur, so you never know. Obviously, they've used it for Alpha. They've used the Blur mould loads. They've used the Cut mould loads. They've used the Scourge mould now. Ultra Marcus is back as well. Perfect. I've been bigging you up, matey, with your stop motion. You must have gone and got some lunch and then come back, which is good. I need to find a chair. This is so uncomfortable for me. But I don't know. Who else do you think DevCon could be? It's a great shape though when he comes out. I'm interested. I'm intrigued to see Bombshell. Can you imagine what Bombshell is going to be like deluxe? I think that could be amazing. Always, Ultra Marcus. Your videos are amazing. I was, as I say, telling everybody that you did just your, I couldn't remember the exact title, but it just started. Obviously, your video came out last week, so I told everybody to go to your channel. Did a custom DevCon, yeah, Scourge mould. Will we get a Studio Series 86 Shockwave? How much is Shockwave in the movie? I can't think. I can't even think. He's got to be, hasn't he? I don't know. Of course he is when they're on Cybertron. I don't know. Did anybody else get the core class? I thought the core class was really, really good. I know he's got huge, gappy, hollow legs at the back, but I thought the core class was really good. And I did love the fact that you could turn him into a gun and put him in, obviously, Bruticus's hand. I thought that was a great little touch. He only seems to be core class now, doesn't he? He really does. The mould's great, Simon. It really is good. It's a definite little winner, to be honest. Definitely is. From recall shockwaves in the scene when Unicron attacked. I think that's it. I think that's literally about it. See, this is the other thing as well. I get asked loads of questions on the movies and all that sort of stuff as well, and I just completely forget. I said that. Yes, Adam. There you go. I completely agree with you with that, Pete. The mini core class Ratchet is a good standalone figure. He should just be as part of Legacy. He shouldn't be part of. There you go. Simon knows. He should be. What's the word I'm after? It shouldn't be in the Studio Series 86 because it should just be Legacy completely. Everybody knows now. That's a good figure, that is, Guzzy. The little Shockwave that come with Bruticus. I like him. In the Prime Wars trilogy, I like him. I like that figure. I like little Shockwaves. I love it. See, most people's knowledge is way better. I need to watch it more. I haven't watched it in ages, actually. I need to watch the movie again. Chat's way up again now, so thank you everybody who's joining on to this now. Yeah, agreed. It could be a bit better. But yeah, the Shockwave gun for Menasor works really well. Really well. I was well impressed with that. It's fun. I like the fact that they do that because they're not allowed to. I get asked all the time on here, will we ever get a G1 Megatron reissued? No. I really don't see it happening because he's a gun. And obviously they're not allowed to make guns anymore. So unfortunately, I don't see that happening. So when they do cheeky little gun modes, it's brilliantly. I'm watching the G1 cartoons, look the latter part of series 2. The G1 cartoons are great, but there's so many of them, you just forget how many there is. And if you're trying to catch up, there's loads. I think season 2, I don't know how many it's got, but I know when I rewatched them all, I was like, wow, there's way more than I remembered here. Way more than I remembered. Completely forgot that. How about a really good Studio Series 86 Sunstreaker? You see, that's it. If they do the Megatron, that's probably why they've not done it yet. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to do him as a gun? That's a good question, actually. Do they still release Megas in Japan? I don't think so. And have the Takara reissue. They tried to do it in different colour for Megatron, and it was refused. There you go. I think they've tried loads of times, but not anymore. Yeah, there you go. Episode 46. That's crazy. We're just talking as well now about the fact that they don't make guns, and that's why Shockwave's mode was a secret mode, wasn't it? Really, masterpiece only. Yeah, I suppose so. But even then, that was ages ago, wasn't it? When was MP36? That was the last one, wasn't it? 36 was the last Megatron. I don't think they'll do another one. Yeah, that's it. There could be loads. I think it's loads that you need a firearms license. There's so many stories of it, though, about this, about Megatron, and of course how people have had him and people have thought it's an actual real gun and everything. But, and especially the masterpiece. The masterpiece is huge. I don't remember Zyber Toys. Nope, don't remember that at all. Oh, man, I need books. Don't know what that is. I think the toys, I think all of them are messed up at the moment. I think that the way that it's all being shipped here, there and everywhere, like, I hate to say anybody who's watching this now in America, and I think, like, at the moment, Cosmos is a shelf warmer. I went to Smith's today, must have been about 18 in there, and that's not over exaggerating. There was 4 or 5 rows. I don't understand how we've got so many before everybody else as well. There's loads. There's just so many in my local Smith's. It's unheard of. And Sort Rider, who's not in the chat, but people are known from the UK, he does his own YouTube as well. And again, he's took pictures that all, as I say, Cosmos at the moment is shelf warming, which is pretty poor state considering how many people want him around the world. Anybody else in the UK notice that they've got an abundance of Cosmoses in their Smiths? I saw Cosmos at TFCon in Chicago. $90. That's crazy. Yeah, they've got loads. 10 Cosmoses in Kidderminster, 15 in Merry Hill. Loads of Cosmoses. This is what I mean. It's nuts, and I'm not saying this to wind up or upset any of the American viewers. It's just insane. I couldn't believe how many that there is. And again, Duke Nukem's in the chat. I've sent him over to Ultra Marcus, sent a box over to his friends in America as well. It's just nuts. What I'm going to try doing is bring this down a little bit now, just because. Yeah, there we go. My legacy collection is just Black Zarek, Shatterglass Blur. I don't think I need to take a confirmed Cosmos. There's loads of them. There's loads. They're getting discounted. He's actually right. They're getting discounted right now. I'm moving this because now I can read the thingies better. I found a Cosmos in Target in Virginia. I don't understand why there's... whereas we haven't got anything. Ah, there you go. Ah, Simon, there you go. Perfect. Now I know exactly who you are. I was trying to think. I've sent a few Cosmos to friends in the States. How's Simon? How's funnily enough, I've got the boxed one here. Still a great figure. I know people don't like the movies, but still a great figure. Oh no, it's fell off. Is Cosmos the Smiths? He's no, he's just he was going to be in the game next month. I'll take a drive to a few Smiths, see what's on offer. Aren't There's they were supposed to be Walmart exclusives. They were supposed to be Walmart exclusives. Obviously in America, then they went on Hasbro Pulse for pre-orders, but literally the next day they just appeared in Smiths everywhere. So that was crazy. Couldn't believe it. Yes, Smiths. Smiths is the only retail store in the UK selling them, but there's online stores like In Demand Toys. In Demand Toys is where I got Galaxy Shuttle from. To be honest, there's a few, but it does annoy me. All of the oh, you've got the upgrade kits too. Yes, he's down to 19.99. Daz, he's down, as I say, shelf warming. Unfortunately, he really is. It's not good. But I haven't seen Shadow Strip or Crasher anywhere in the UK yet. There's an override in a Telford one. Fungboy, where are you based? Where are you, in the Discord or are you on my group? Ollie loves it. Thanks again. Had been looking at these. She's no one fallen. No problem. I'm still going to do the dedication for Ollie as well. I've still got that ready when I get around to doing it. There's definitely an overrider in my Smiths Fungboy, 100%. I want to see Legacy Metroplex on discount. Can't justify. I think it's going to go down, Guzzy. I really do. That's why I've not purchased it yet. It's just not selling, is it? I'm hoping it'll go down like the Arc did, and if it goes down like the Arc did, then I will 100% go for it, because I've got no space for him, but I'll definitely go for it because it's ace. Legacy Lyocasa needs to happen. I would prefer a HasLab Lyocasa Simon, because they do it properly then, like all Voyager class figures, which would be huge. Which UK Toy Fair I'm gonna excuse me. Or if they did it all properly, yeah, because they're moving on to Victory quite a lot now. UK Collector need Lyozak. Velocitron Road Caesar, that would be good. Velocitron Road Caesar would be great, because it's only 3, isn't it? It's only 3 vehicles, which would make it up, so it wouldn't be anywhere near as difficult. So that would be good. I need to go to Forbidden In Demand Toys. Is that the one in Norwich? I've not been there yet. I need to go. It depends though. It depends how they did it, because as long as they did the Lyocasa justice, as long as they did it like, you know, the Devastator, so it would be like a Titan size Voyager class figures for each of them, not just little ones. Kapow is up there as well, I think. Maybe Auntie is the replacement in mainframe, yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad the video helped you out. I try to do that now with them all. And I also like the fact that, as I say, that you can turn Menosaur's leg around. People didn't even realise that. You can just turn the leg around. If you want the car on the front, you don't need to do anything special. You just turn the leg around and it works. It's over there. I might get it in a minute if people want to see it again. On the channel, you also get access to the exclusive areas on the server too. Yeah, that's it. As I say, I'm Simon, who's a new member. I will be sending you the Discord thing as well. We've got this other, as I say, I've mentioned it before. Anybody who's not, what's on there? This was the one I did, Black Rorichi, the other day. That's all it is, just Black Rorichi's box. What I've got going on here, these are boxes that need to go into storage or indeed flat packed. So there's a load here. There's all my empty. I've still not done her in the top corner there. There's, you see, there's the empty box for Iron Hide. Again, it's just a right tip. It's awful here. What was I saying? Yeah, so channel members, most people actually in here are channel members, which is lovely. And a huge thank you for the support. But anybody who's not a channel member, what you actually get is that the channels, obviously the YouTube is the same, but what we get is we've got this Discord where we do loads of different things, where there's all different chats. Robot Recruits puts all the things up for pre-orders for people who want to order them straight away. We've got competitions starting pretty much in literally in December. The first competition is starting in December with a chance to win prizes there. The first one's been very kindly donated by Robot Recruits, and then all the rest after that are going to be ones from from the ones I'm going to be buying and getting them. Yes, Adam, because the beautiful thing about these figures is that I can just flat pack the boxes straight down into nothing, whereas the ones with the bubbles in like this, they've got to go into storage because they've got bubbles in. But anything that hasn't got a window and is just cardboard, I can flat pack it. That's how I'd pose him. It's way better in it. Yeah, the Discord's just a good extra bonus, isn't it? Fung Boy, yes, they do. There's a lift ticket in my entertainer right now. They do, and I did a video on it. If you check out a couple of my videos, if you check out the shorts videos on this channel, go to the entertainer ones, and you will see that there's Generation Selects and indeed Hasbro Pulse Golden Discs for sale in the entertainers right now. Again, it's all messed up in the UK at the moment. Oh, the hardest to sell. Okay. There's just so much confusion out there now of what is there and what's not. Yeah, Adam, I've got two, mate. I've got no space. I've got no space whatsoever. So what I do is, literally, as I say, it'll go right down to, where are we? Here we go. Flat packed. That's because if it didn't do this, and if the new figures didn't do this, I'd have no space. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Sorry. I'm getting completely mixed up, Fung, but I thought you meant you couldn't get them at all there, but you can. Yeah, I've got to flat pack all these because I've got no space. That's another reason why. If I was ever to do a museum, I'd never be able to do it because there's too many. I only do it with the windowless ones, retro action. You can obviously only do it. Sorry, mate. There's another one. Is it? Yep, there's another one. I've got no space. I've got no, HasLab Die Atlas would be amazing. HasLab Die Atlas would be fantastic because they could put the money into it and they could put a proper motor in it like he obviously is in G1. There's an idea. That's a brilliant idea because, yeah, the HasLab stuff's good. I always thought it would be cool to cut up the box art. I think I did that as a kid. Adam's lost now. He's gone off completely. There's nothing else I can do it with either. There you go, you see. I will be moving on to that. I definitely will be. I told you New Age is next year. That's definitely going to be a thing. I've just got so many things I've got to pay for this year yet. Still, because I've got loads of lovely friends around the world who've got things for me. I've almost been my Deluxe and Voyager boxes. Just do what I do, Ultra Marcus. If they're from Kingdom and above, you can just do exactly that. Lionel's in from Ecuador, brilliant. Did they do to Die Atlas in Japan as a movie? They did do a Die Atlas in Japan as a ream. I've seen someone in G.I. Joe classified groups because at the box art mix. I think Die Atlas definitely needs. I've seen the one as well, but he needs a big figure. He doesn't need that. The whole of Big Powered was completely just redecos, wasn't it? It was retool and redeco of figures that they already had. They need to do a standalone, massive Autobot of Die Atlas with a motor inside, so you can have it working for all of the four bases. Not all the four bases, all the four modes, which the original one did. That would be better. Big Power, exactly. Big Power, there it is. There's the box. Big Power's the way forward. Oh dear, there you go. So, what are you doing with all that? Feels like a big kid. He just literally rips the boxes open. But saying that, I've got incredibly vivid memories of ripping open a Mind Wipe, Christmas 1987. Like really vivid, running downstairs, opening it up and straight out of it. Do you buy doubles of certain figures? So that's a great thinking. I know you're not selling to help me with that, I understand. Galliamus just asked a great question. For G1, I've pretty much got 2 of every one. There's just a couple that I haven't got more than one of. Newer figures, I've been really lucky. I've not been really lucky. I've had to be more sensible and not get doubles of them unless it's a different figure. Like if it's obviously Sideswipe, I've discussed a few times. There's about 6 versions of him, so I've got a few of him, but I've not not of the actual same figure. Even if people have brought me them as gifts now, I've started to sell them because I've got too many. So with the newer figures, just one of each. Although saying that, I might have to break my sort of agreement with myself, because I think Menasau's great, but I want the bots in bot mode as well, because I just love Motormaster. You'll never find the Master, honestly, Lionel. That's why people always ask me, this is, would you get Twin Twist? We could, I'm supposed to be getting Twin. Do you mean Twin Twist or do you mean Twin Cast? Twin Cast is supposed to be coming out as a legacy question, but I'm just going to quickly answer Lionel. And especially for G1 boxes, I saw, you probably saw it as well, because you might be in the same group, like an Artfire box went for $600 the other day, like within 10 seconds of it appearing on a group. I think nowadays, because the prices are so insane, there's no point. If you're looking to collect like Lionel is, then just save up the extra money and buy a boxed one, because you won't see a box for the figures anymore. You just don't, and if you do, they're just so expensive, it's crazy. Ironically, Magic Square's Minnesota commitments from still a Motormaster. Oh, that's pretty good. Did you get the D8? Do you know, it's ending tomorrow. It's ending tomorrow, Simon, the one I've got my eye on, so nobody else bid on it. It's ending tomorrow. Oh no, Tuesday. Sorry, it's ending Tuesday. Boxes, Lionel, check out Facebook groups, but you will pay you'll pay. That was a decision that I had to make with myself years ago. I thought, if I'm going to spend the money, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a Japanese figure, then it might as well have the box, because I know I'll never see the box again. That's unfortunately, I think, the truth, especially from, I know you've been collecting Japanese just as long as me, maybe as long or longer, but you'll never see the box. You just see the complete figure. Yes, that's it. Pete knows it. Pete knows it. I've got to get that. It's true, because if you're going to spend that much money, you might as well just save that little bit more and just get it in a box, especially if it's something that you really want, because they just don't show up anymore, or people just hold on to them. I mean, it's crazy, especially with the Japanese, because there's such a niche, at least with Hasbro. Even saying that though, Hasbro boxes of the standard G1 figures can go for hundreds of pounds, but there's a bigger chance that you're going to see them pop up, because of course the Hasbro boxes, America's so huge, UK, anyone with an English speaking, you know, languages, there's a chance of you finding a Hasbro box. But with the Japanese exclusive box, it just doesn't happen, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to be more positive and give you a place to go and look, but you won't. I'm being really honest, you won't find them unless you find a really nice collector who's run out of space. That could perhaps be something that you could do. Maybe you could, somebody who's run out of space, and that's how I got my grandest box. He just literally said exactly the same thing. I've run out of space, I'm keeping the figure, do you want the box? But the box cost me ridiculous amount. I could have, but I'm never going to see it again, so I had to go for it. Oh, nearly knocked that over. Andy is in. Nice to have you, Andy. We're all well, thanks. Master Force cabin, a box in town in Essex 20 years ago, and started collecting again. Picked it up for 70. I was stoked. There you go. Nice to have you here, Andy. Anyway, from TF the Show, there's loads of people in the chat who you obviously already know. I've been going now I can't believe how long I've been going. This is the 3rd attempt. Everything fell apart. I lost loads of people, but there's people back in, and it's all over the place. And we're just currently talking about nothing really. We've just moved on to loads of things, which doesn't make it sound very interesting. I do apologise. We were talking about, I'm going to move on to New Age, I think, next year, definitely. Once I've cleared off a few things, and maybe sent a few more things off for grading, I don't know. When will you publish the video of combined base with Grandis, Sky Gary and Star Convoy? That's a good question. I've just, at the moment, I just need some space to do it properly. I want to do them figures some justice. As I say, I'm moving room in the next 2 months, so that's why there's boxes everywhere. It's more of a mess in the background than it normally is. So once that's moved, I've got some space upstairs, and I should have a much better area to do some videos, and hopefully, as I say, do them a bit better and do the figures a bit more justice. But I might sneak that one in before Christmas. But once you put them all together, that Cyclones figure looks ace. How do you feel about the You Have Many? See, this is a good question. The Unicron trilogy is something that I just need to get involved in. It's the biggest 4 or 5 years, whatever it was, that I just missed out on, because in the early 2000s, I was in my early 20s and I was just going out all the time. And I like Transformers, I've always have done. And I was buying the odd G1, as I say, here and there. But I wasn't interested in the newer ones, as in the figures that were coming out at the same time. So, like, all the ones that I've ended up with, where's that gone? I don't know where it is. Like, I've got a couple. Here you are, like this. I just ended up by pure fluke with this. This is from the Cybertron toy line. It just came with a collection that I brought. But I've spoke to Ed Bumblejumper, and he's like, you know, the cartoons aren't that great. So that hasn't really helped. But I need to get into it. Yeah, that would be amazing. Again, if I had the space to do all that, obviously I combined all big powered, and I combined everything to it. But if I combined all the MicroMaster bases, like this picture here, Phil set me a challenge of doing this as well. And again, I think I'm actually going to have a go at doing it one day. So this would be interesting if I could do that. I'm going to have a go at doing that, which is all the MicroMaster bases, which is... There you go. If I could do that, I'll have a go at doing it, which would be amazing. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. But that's what I love about these particular figures: the fact that you can do that, the fact that you can transform them, build them up, build a base. They're play sets rather than actual toys. And that's what I've said, why I love the Japanese continuity as much as I do, because there is so much more to it than just, you've got this, you get loads and that's why I like that Galaxy Shuttle, the new one, because they threw loads of stuff in with it, so you can build a base. Unicron Trilogy cartoons aren't great, some of the figures are excellent. Spirit G1, some of my generations. Yeah, your base was brilliant. Definitely got to give it a go. Did I get a Microchange 11 Magnum 44? I haven't got a Microchange. No, unfortunately not. I think Microchange anyone but add Sky Gary Granderson. Yes, that's what I've got to do. If I can add all them on, because they make bases. So yeah, definitely. Imagine the floor space you'd need for that. Perhaps I could do that actually. That could be one of the things, the new things that I do when I move into the new room. Before I get everything out, before I sort it all out, I could just build up this massive MicroMaster playset. That would be a brilliant idea actually. I will definitely make a note of that, because that sounds... Because I'll be boxing most of them up, and then as I take them out of the box, if I just build it straight into like a city, ooh, that could be good. Put it on a time-lapse video and see how many I can get connected to all that. What's my favourite G2? Megatron, but that's only because I've only got a few of them. It depends if you clash Skystalker and whatever else to it. My master bedroom is going to decorate mine as a carpet soon. The PlayStation overlooked by Fort Max and Metroplex. Yep, definitely. Obviously Fort Max, I don't think you can connect him to it, but I could have a go, because I could put Fort Max on one side, Grand Max on another. What's been your favourite recent pickup, Modern and G1? Modern pickup, there's two. Great questions. Her, because I think the colour scheme is fantastic. And him, definitely these two. Definitely my favourites. Oh, and Orthia, of course. And then G1, babe. G1. New one that I've picked up really on G1. Probably... I'm just trying to think which one I did a video on the other day. This, because it's just an MB box. And I love the figure, but I love the fact that I've got an MB box one now, which I didn't think I'd ever get many MB boxes, to be fair. But somebody contacted me who knew who I had one ridiculously cheap. So I was like, right, I'll have one. So yeah, he's definitely it. Great sound effect. If you got the battery, you can hit Yeah, I've done that. I've done that, Lionel. I've done the video on it. Andy, correct, forgive me if I'm wrong, but aren't you the Predator lover? Is it yourself who loves the Predators? Because I did get the others. That is a real beauty, thanks. I think it is. I will jump up just very quickly just to show something to Andy, because I'm pretty sure he likes the Predators, and I managed to get some. What? Yeah, you can all definitely laugh at my Star Wars things, Star Wars bottoms. So what I managed to get was this all English versions. So I got snare. I gotta put these safe. I got snare. I got skydive. Rudy, don't tell everyone that they're my pajamas. I just wear these around the house, they're not my pajamas. Falcon. And the final one, so I've got all the UK ones as well as some of the gig. So Talon. And then this is where you can see what's interesting, because in Italy he was called Bomber. So there's Bomber and there's Talon. So again, maybe I can discuss that on a panel, which somebody asked me. Maybe I could say, look, this is an Italian variant and then this is the UK variant. But yeah, there's something really special about these, so I need to do some updated videos on my Predators. I don't even know where to put these now. I'd love to get my European exclusive with the car back, so I only have the Sky Scorcher. Amazing pickups, thanks. Rudy, everybody leave my lounging pants on. Do I have the Jap? I don't. The Japanese ones are next on the list. The Japanese ones obviously in the 2-packs with the Turbo Masters. That's, again, this is all these other silly little goals that I've got with trying to get things, hence, again, everything being moved around and sold. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The fact that there is different things. So many, even though you, like, as I say, even everybody sets that Car will release one day, Jazz and Mirage from the 84 catalogue, but they're the only... Jazz definitely not. No, sorry, Mirage is mould broke. I read that years ago, so that's why I don't think they can do one. I feel like I need a graded G1 Megatron in my life. Have you seen what they're going for now, Pete? They're going for silly money. Thunderclash was released. I don't think Thunderclash was in Japan. You're so underrated, man. You have amazing content. What are your thoughts on G1 Perceptor? That's very nice of you to say. G1 Perceptor's class. G1 Perceptor is brilliant because it's a working microscope for a start. So that's really good. They go for about five. They start at 5k. There's one at the moment on a. I think they go for 11 pre-rub if they're graded something. I'm not going to roll out roll call, unfortunately, Rudy's. I can't make it. If I was going to go, Paul Hitchens already has something saved for me, which is a newer figure rather than an older one. But unfortunately, yeah, I'm not going, and I need to wind it in a little bit. European toy. They've been getting some amazing finds. Have you thought about visiting? I was intending to go, Rudy. I had every intention of going, but the postman smashed into my car and wrote it off, literally. Yes, everybody, congratulations to Rudy again. Let's see if I can get this chat working again, because I'm way behind. My next one's list is Microman Dentsu. Toys are Russ. Graded fixtures jump massively in money. Yeah, they're not. I literally saw a Megatron for 11k on one of the groups just because it was in a graded box. I've spent for. That's my fault making you do that. I've got the chat back on here now, which is good. It's working. It your fault. It is my fault. Do you know what? It's really funny when people tell me that, oh, I started buying Japanese figures because of you, or you maybe buy this, or you maybe buy that. In a way, it's nice. But obviously only if you can afford it, Pete. Obviously, you must be able to afford it. If you know, if you're living on baked beans for the next 2 years, then that's not a good thing to do. You need to budget better. But if you got it, then I'm really pleased for you because your collection sounds amazing as well, to be honest. I need to get this to work. What is going on? I can't get the comments to work. So again, apologies if I keep missing them as they're popping up. The pulse, I believe this, right, in fact, it's the latest grail I need. Specific AFA graded fig, one day if I can find one. Of course, yeah, that's on your list. You give me that to find for you. Takara graded Prowl wine. That's going to be some hunting down, to be honest. But there you go. It's nice to have a specific target, isn't it? A specific grail that you actually want. So I think you'll get to it, to be honest. I can't see. Anyway, it's a vintage 84 graded figure, so it's worth a lot of money. Go and get your PJs on, Daz, and off you go. These aren't PJs. These are just lounging around the house. Lazy bottoms. I knew I'd get stick for this, but you know what? I didn't even intend on getting up, but then I thought I've got to show Andy because he loves the Predators. I had on planning on getting away with it, not have to get up and run around because my room's such a mess, but sometimes, and I knew I'd get stick, but I don't care. Oh well. My only holy grail once, a Diaclone powered convoy, not the standard one, but the one packaged. I saw it. We watched one of them. Me and Phil did. We watched it go for £35,000. So I know which one you're on about. Star Wars PJs. There you go. Yeah, wasn't it, Phil? Was it that Diaclone convoy set that you found on Joust and we watched it go? Do I have a boxed Micromaster Airwave? I didn't see one in showcases. Okay, I'll have a nose, Tom. I'm sure. I know I've got, funnily enough, the new one in a box there, which I'm still waiting to review. But if it's not boxed, I've got it loose. If it's not boxed, I've got it loose. So yeah, there you go. Whoever just asked in the comments there, or just mentioned the one with the red Mirage in, we saw a set sell this year for £36,000. So yeah, crazy. Let me just have. I know I've got Airwave. Yeah, I've definitely got Heading to Bed Like an Old. Thank you very much for jumping in. Fungboy, yes, serious. Andy, pleasure having you jumping in. Pathosis, pocket change. Fungboy, 36k was sick. We watched it on Joust. It went for 36,000. That's how much it went for. Tom Elliott asked for Airwave, which is that one. I've definitely got it. Definitely got it. I think I've got a boxed one. If I haven't got a boxed one, I'll have a look. We watched the auction live. We watched it go through because we weren't sure how much it was going to go for. It went for £36,000, and that wasn't, it wasn't graded. It was, and it was just a normal auction on a Japanese auction site. We just watched it straight the way through. As soon as you found it, it'd gone up straight away. Yeah, put the pics back up so people can see it because it's insane. So that was, for people who are wondering what we're talking about, obviously before Transformers were Transformers, they were Diaclone, and there was a set with Optimus Prime, as we know him in, with Red Mirage. Who was the other one as well? Red Alert, wasn't it? Of course it was, because the Goodbye Convoy set is a homage to that, isn't it? So it's exactly, there's three figures that are in the Goodbye Convoy set. So Convoy, Mirage, or League, or whatever his name is, and Alert, who is Red Alert, and them three in the original box sold for no, it didn't have was it black? I don't know if it was or not. I'll post pics once I get it. Well done, Pete. Nice one. If you've got, that's got to be a record, right? I don't think so. Not for this is why I don't collect Diaclones. So for anybody who's jumping on board or they're listening now, I get asked all the time, are you going to start collecting Diaclone? Are you going to start collecting Diaclone? They cost more than real cars. So no, they do genuinely cost more than real cars. So Inu Tabi's jumped on as well. I knew it wasn't you, Pete. That would be insane if it was. So that's why the reason I get offered Diaclone figures all the time because of this, on messages, on comments, when I'm out. At some of the conventions, people are like, oh, you must, and again, people get this really wrong impression because of what I've got here. They think that I've got money to burn and that, and I'm like, no, I can't afford anything anywhere near that. I'm lucky that I've got this, and I'm lucky I've got some stuff that I can sell, and I'm lucky that I've got, you know, as I say, exactly that, duplicates, etc. But no, I can't afford Diaclone. Definitely not. I dread to think what the record for Diaclone figures are, to be honest. But yeah, we watched it, £36,000, 100% in Utabi. I'm definitely getting him. I bet you get into him one day. Yeah, my car costs less, but it doesn't transform. Comes with the red coloured Mirage and the black blue side. That's the one. There you go. You found it. Then it's that. I've got this one as well though in Utabi. So I can't wait to get the new one. But I've got this one. This one will do me for now. Great question, Dr. Van Hoots Comics. If you can find a loose boxed complete Diaclone car for under £500 in awful condition, you're laughing. Yeah, they're worth so much money now. It's insane. To give you an idea, I say I don't buy Diaclone, but I brought one just because I wanted to own it. I brought a red Trax, which is of course red. I just brought the red track, no accessories, no nothing, most of the stickers missing, no box, no instructions, just as loose as you're going to get, and that was 180 quid. To give you an idea of, as I say, just what Diaclone cost. And that was the beginning of this year sometime, and that was a steal, to be honest. That's why I got it. Oh, I'm glad you got it. That's great. I'm pleased you got it. As I say, that was a really cheap price. So I want a red Trax. Just if people are wondering what I'm talking about, with the news now that I do on the channel, I do like a scalper alert and do a few things like that. I can get the red Trax if you want to see red Trax. That's literally around the corner. I can get that. I don't mind you all seeing my Star Wars pants, as you call them in America again. I can get red Trax down. The difference is obviously the blue face, isn't it? Which is the big thing. But I don't know. Yeah, Diaclone's insane. The only ones that I've just picked up by pure fluke because I've got the Micro Man, funnily enough. No, it's not MB, it was before, it's Diaclone red Trax. So yeah, they basically, I might as well, let's go grab it. Right, so if it was MB Trax, on the back it would just have the flame, but because it's the Diaclone version, it's got the CS stickers, which stands for obviously Corvette Stingray. So the Transformers release it didn't have the Corvette Stingray in, which is the original Diaclone, which is what this is. And that's red Trax, or she's now referred to as Road Rage, obviously, but it was just red Trax initially. And so yes, so what was I saying? So I went out of my way to purchase this one just because it's red Trax and is on the back of all the 1985 boxes of G1 figures. But I was lucky enough to, Black Perceptor just came as part of a collection. Red Sunstreaker just came as part of a collection. Again, none of these are complete. These are just loose bots that just were in a collection that I brought. And I got Valkyrie, Jetfire, slightly different colour scheme with a different face. Knew it was from Diaclone, but didn't know there was a difference. That being, yeah, there's the sticker, as I say, so the Diaclone say Corvette Stingray on the stickers at the front, whereas obviously the normal Trax hasn't got the letters on them. Is that the most you've paid for a loose bot? No, nowhere near. There's a red Trax e-hobby. Yeah, that's the e-hobby reissue. Loose figure. I don't normally talk about what I've paid for loose figures, but no, quite a bit more, to be honest. Quite a bit more for, who can it be? I know, do you count a combiner as loose? I don't know what you would. I'm trying to think. I know that again with all the figures that I'm talking about, apart from that one, that when I buy them, I lucky enough that I have, what's it called? Yeah, that's what I've got, Pete. I do payment plans with people purely and simple because I can't afford. I literally pay people. If Tim Banerjee's still in the chat right now, he'll tell you that I'm giving him 10, 20, 20, 30 pound a week whenever I sell something, just because I brought something off him. And that's just the way that I'm lucky enough that I've got people who trust me. Of course, they don't send me the things straight away, which I don't expect them to. But when you're talking figures that you're talking, you know, £200-300 for, I just haven't got that lying around. So what I have to do is just do that, sell things or do a bit of overtime at work and then pay people in bits and bobs. The Japanese ones are the most insane. Again, they're getting as bad as Diaclone, of course, because they are all Japanese. So I have to. That's the way I've got to do it. Would you love, with your love of variants, I've actually forgot to ask if you're picking up the G1 toys that got repainted in the 2001 Robots in Disguise. I'm not sure which one's that. The Jetfire with the Mac. Yes, I've still got that one. I've got some really good versions of Jetfire. To be fair, I've got the Macross actual Jetfire. Yeah, that's what I do. I do payment plans with Chuckaloo lets me do them on Artfire. Bryce Rutledge on and Neil Rockman on the G1 selling things. They let me do things. I'm sorry, Rudy. Can you put that question up again, please? It went too fast. What else was we talking about then? Rudy asked me about the 2001 reissues or something. Is that just like the normal ones that came in boxes like this? Because no, I don't, but I just picked this up as a collection. If I think that's what the question was, did I get the 2001 collection boxes? I didn't, because it's just the same figure, but I do have a box here right now, but it's just empty. I think that was the question. I need to get these to work. My iPad's decided it's going to break, so I can't get the questions up. I think, again, you know, if most sellers out there, if you're or more than willing to listen to offers and things like that, because at the end of the day, if they want to sell something, and of course they're not going to send you the figure until you finish paying, then it's in their interest because they're still going to sell the figure. Obviously, some people want money straight away, and that's a slightly different circumstance. But for now, it's definitely the way that I've had to go, and I don't mind admitting that. That's exactly what I do. As I say, do you occasionally check the electronics on your G1 figures to see if they still work? That's a question. I don't actually. I should do. I have done on the Japanese ones because I've just done videos on them. Funnily enough, I'm quite lucky. My Omega Supreme worked. My Skylinks was sort of, yeah, Princeton Flanics. I've run out of space ages ago. If I can sort of give you guys a bit of a sneak peek of what's sort of going. Can you see any of the boxes? I can't. No, you can't really tell. Anyway, there's loads here. You'll see there's loads here. I'm in the current state of getting rid of lots of things. RID redecos. Which ones are the RID redecos? Because I brought these the other week. Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, I've got them, to be honest. Yes, someone did a video. These are, I suppose, are these classed as RID? I know these are BotCon exclusives. These, I got these the other day from, but it's the BotCon versions, isn't it? So yeah, there you go. They're brothers, all three of them, but they're translucent. The BotCon versions, translucent. So yeah, if there's something like this, just completely out there and just beautiful. No, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do transforming them and everything. If they're anything like that, then I love them. Trades work as well, I was pleased. That's it, of course. I know, the poor plastic. That's another thing. That's another great thing, and I'm glad that you've put it up there, Adam. Trading's really good as well, because obviously Adam is someone in there right now. You know, I've done a couple, the two little, me and Adam have done some trading, and I always suggest this in loads of videos. There's always people who decide they're going to collect figure, you know, one particular toy line, then they might change their mind. The forums, well, the Discord that we've got is brilliant for it anyway, but the forums, you know, most Facebook group has got a buy, sell, trade. Most country, rather, has got a buy, sell, trade. There's European ones, there's American ones. That's a great idea, and I've something that I've been doing loads of as well, because again, some of the figures are getting that ridiculous to obtain, but if you've got a load of figures that you're not even particularly fussed about, then I'd strongly recommend doing things like that. But in answer to your question, Rudy, then yeah, if it's a crazy variant like that you just don't see, then I will definitely, as I say, do my best to pretty much get it. No, it's getting bigger, to be honest. It is at the moment mostly UK, because that's how we started off. There's a few US people as well. Duke Nukem's in the chat. He's in it. There's Chris. I don't know all their real names, you see. I know that sounds terrible, but you know, everybody's got their own YouTube name and Discord name and stuff like that. But again, it's just something that's growing. Guzzy, you've got to get up. You're going to roll call. There you go. Phil can help jump in as well. Guzzy, have a great day tomorrow, mate. Let us know how it's going on. But it's growing. There's people from America. There's people from, well, yeah, everywhere. It's just getting there. That's it. I'm just a sucker for a variant, as everybody knows. Just a really bad sucker for a variant, and especially if it's a BotCon one. If it's BotCon, then it's it, because you just can't get or see them, can you? I'm terrible for it. I think Princeton has something as well about space. So yeah, I was saying that the room that I'm moving in, although it's only one room, it's got higher ceilings, because obviously this is sort of like an attic. So I've got all this plan, you know, all the Billy bookcases, the big white bookcases. I've got this plan to be able to show off a lot more. Show off's not the right word, isn't what I mean. That put on display more of what I've actually got, rather than having it all in boxes. Because a load of the movie figures which I've got, and the ones you can see behind still on the rack in there, all Transformers Prime, and I can put them away into storage because I like them, but I've got no desire to display them like I have my G1. I'm going to put all the G1, I'm going to put out all the generation stuff like that, and then we'll see what I've got space for. And then the good thing is, because the way I'm going to have it, I'm going to be able to rotate them all over, because the room that I'm going in's got the attic or the loft, whatever you want to refer to it as, directly above it. Put on Cater on the Discord. Oh yeah, of course. I did 3 different redeckers of Bruticus, 4 if you count. Yes, I think I've got most of them. I need to have a proper look going through everything, to be honest. What was I saying? Yeah, then I can just change displays now and again as well if need to, or indeed, exactly like we've just said, perhaps I can look at these ones that I've got loads of Transformers Prime figures I've got no interest in. They've been sitting upstairs for 5-10 years, maybe longer now, and just swap them for something. That's the idea. That's the idea anyway. What is going on here? This isn't playing at all for me. What do you primarily collect, G1 or modern? It is mainly G1, but it's had to go to modern because I've collected all G1. I've got all of I've got that Desert Camo one. I've got I've got all of G1 now, so it's just a case of finishing off paying for them all, because I've got all of G1. But that's a bit of it's a fib. I've got all of them on hold. There's a few which I've still got to pay for, which I don't actually physically have in my possession. There's 3 which are missing, which are in America, which again are going to be sent to me as soon as I finish paying for them. So that was the main goal. Again, if I see a variant like that Ratchet's a Canadian version rather than a standard, I'll go for that first. But with the new ones, I tend to only buy the Generations toy line, so I don't buy the Cyberverse. I haven't really brought any movie figures in ages. Masterpiece, I'm only buying the train bots, although I did buy skids. And again, third parties and all that at the moment, they're just not there because there's just too much going on elsewhere. But it's too hard. I mean, I'd be interested to know what you collect as well, funnily enough, because you jump on here a lot and you get involved in the chat, and it's great chatting to you. So what do you primarily collect? I know what most of the other people in the chat primarily collect. Although I think the Desert Camp was released under Universe. You see, this is what I don't really know. Stuff like this. I've definitely got the black, white, and grey camo ones. I've definitely got the G2. I've got a bag of Bruticuses that I've not even sorted out. That I've had for ages. No, I've not had a Stars base at all. It is too much. The Stars thing is annoying because it was never really. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not remember it being available in the UK. Otherwise, I would have sent off for it. I definitely would have sent off for it. Loads of the things, the mail aways, we couldn't really get in the UK. We couldn't get Reflector, even though it was a mail away. We couldn't get him. I don't want to get on the started of the curse of the UK chatting again. But it's true. I can't believe it's midnight. It's midnight already. And everybody's jumping in still. I feel bad. How many? That'd be interesting, Pete, see how many of them Bruticus molds there is. I collect all, mostly Chug, but I have a few G1 Legends in 3P. Ah, so there you go. You collect it all as well. And you're on to third party. Wow, that's really good. Again, if I had the money in this space, the third party, I admit it in most of my videos now, as I say, and funnily enough, I think because you joined late, I showed everybody earlier my first Iron Factory figure, which is the Phantom Stealth version. It's obviously the Clear Mirage. That's my first official purchase, knowingly, of a third party figure. I don't count the Just Toys. True, is the Pearl of Bruticus Brutici. I've got the Just Toys World's Smallest Dinobots, which I didn't realise they were third party when I purchased them. So I'm slowly going down that alleyway, but it will be next year once again I've sorted things out, and I'm looking forward to it because they all look good and they're all G1 characters, so it's ace. Boutiques, yeah, that's a good point. Is it Bruticus or Brutici? Very good. And again, I need to do that. I'm lucky enough to have Battle Gaia, which is the crazy one. Third party is what broke me on space. That's why I have all the fans toys, all this in their boxes. See, that's why I'm definitely not gonna go fans toys. I have not got space for a masterpiece collection. Definitely not going fans toys. I appreciate them. He's not in the chat right now, and he's a channel member. Magnum Prime lent me his Spindrift, which is a great version of Sea Spray. It was the version 2 as well, with the slightly sorry, where he wasn't as fat, or whichever one it went. It was the upgraded version of Spindrift, and it was a great figure, and I really liked it. But I'm just not going to be going on. Oh, there you go. See, there's a quote: "An army of Bruticuses." So it must be Bruticuses. I have quite the extensive G1 collection, nothing like yours, but my main love is. See, Beast Wars. Do you know what? I nearly brought today. I was in game in the UK and they had what's it called? They had the vintage Cheetor in there for a tenner, and I nearly brought it. I thought Spindrift was the spinner. Okay, maybe it was the thinner one then. It was, but that's the one. I did a video review on it, and I really liked it. I thought it was very clever, very intricate, but. Again, you can see the space and what I've got to work with, and fans toys. I've seen the things that they make, amazing. They do, and fans hobby as well. Look, fans hobby as well, because I do videos on all these now. So it's crazy to see all these things that are coming out. I wish I could. As I said, I've joked a few times. I wish I could. Even if they sent me them and then I could review them. You never kept the robot points and even if they just maybe like what 60 does, you know, they send them me to have a look at, he does the photos, I'll do the review and send them back. That'd just be nice to have the experience of having them figures, I suppose. But nah, I don't know. There's too many to collect. G1's the best. Beast Wars I'm getting into as well, so I'm really starting to enjoy Beast Wars. Getting some fans hobby early this year. I blame the auto spell at Duke. But what was it? So Adam, did you see Delta Besa from Fans Hobby? Wow. They did a Diaclone version of God Jinrai. It was amazing. Iron Factory Samurai Grimlock is going to be my next Transform review. Oh, that's good. I've seen him again. I've heard mixed reviews of him because they think some people want him to be more. It was too good, wasn't it? Some people want it to be G1 Grimlock, but he wasn't. He was a bit more. He was it was a bit like the Kang Toys version by the looks of it. Kang Toys is going to be a bit more out there. There's too many guys, and that's exactly why we're here, and that's exactly why we're talking about how much we love them. Not collecting Diaclone, so he says for now as well. Joints too tight, but it's a beautiful figure. How big is it? Is it classed? It's classed as legend scale, isn't it? Of course it is. Iron Factory. I've just got one right there, so it'll be what, about 4 inches, I would imagine. There's loads of Grimlocks out at the moment. There's too many. Using my proper account took me a while. G1 Retro Formers. There he is. Tim Banerjee's back in. The Stars base was available in the UK. The box instead by an inch or two. Kang Toys also on my list. See, Kang Toys and everything. So you've literally been there, Tim, all this time listening to me waffle rubbish. There's got to be something better to do on a Saturday night, guys. New Age has a Grimlock out. I've seen it, and they've got a G2 Grimlock out, and they've got a comic book Grimlock out, and they've got a... I've not got it yet, Simon. Mine's in the post, mate. Mine's in the post as we speak. Someone in the chat's definitely got it. Ultra Marcus got his today. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Nothing but good things about it at all. I think I mentioned at the beginning I've got the Bumblebee one, which is really good. Obviously I did the video on that, but I've not got the Studio Series 86 one. New Age, there you are. Pete's chiming in with New Age Grimlock is great. What's he called? Wynavere or something, or Wyvere? I don't know. What's that name mean? I don't understand what the name. Wymere. What's that with his name? I don't understand that. I perhaps should know, but I don't understand. Why is he called Wymere? Or is it? Or am I saying it wrong? Is it Emir? I don't know what it is. Yeah, but I don't understand that. Like, I get this. I get Phantom Stealth because he's see-through and stuff, but I don't get Wymere. Like that one company who did the sound waves. Isn't that... No, I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm sitting on a balcony in Barbados. Behave yourself. I'm going to kill him. Did anybody else read that comment? He's in Barbados. That's unbelievable. No way. What was I saying then? Yeah, what's why me? I like... Which third-party company did the sound wave with Fibre? Frenzy is red, Rumble is blue. I don't know. That's another sound wave, isn't it? There you go. At least I understand it's mythological, because the other ones they try and call them different names. There you go. Someone's looked it up. I thought it was like it meant something. No Transformers in Barbados. Can't you find any Mexican variants while you're out there, pal? Aren't you quite close to the border and all that sort of stuff? You need to stop in Mexico on the way home. That's what you need to do. I would. No, I wouldn't at all. I'd stay in Barbados. And you're obviously not at roll call tomorrow as well, then, same as me. Well, can anybody remember that? What I just said then, which was the sound wave with the Frenzy is red, Rumble is blue. You've just got... Look at all these people just come back. I've got 2 clients going to the Maldives in the next 2 months. I need to get there. That'd be amazing. That's too good. Right, it's getting super late now. And I'm going to be up in a minute. I've got to go and feed the newborn. She's not newborn anymore. She's 6 months. So I'm going to say 10 minutes more. If anybody wants to get any more of their questions in the next 10 minutes, get them in, because this has been great again. And I am going to keep doing these monthly now, because I think they just work. I think they're fun. I'd love to go peak, but as I say, as you've just heard, I've got a 6-month-old at the moment. So there you go. What was we just saying then? Completely distracted because I've got somebody who's watching me who's in Barbados and somebody who's just come back from the Maldives, so that's just so not fair. And I'm in holiday all year. The next convention to go to for me that's a tough one, because there's one I tell you what, interesting. I guess there you go. I've been holiday since the pandemic started, going to the NEC. What I think I'm going to be doing, Fung Boy, is the mini-con in Manchester. There's a mini-con in Manchester, isn't there? There's a TF Nation mini-con in Manchester in March. That's not too far away, really. And then there's the TF Con, which is the other group. It's their second one in Birmingham. And Birmingham's 40 minutes down the road from me, so I'm going to do that, definitely. I'll do the one in Manchester as well, because that's where my wife's family's from. So I've already pretty much arranged that we'll go up there. I'll leave the wife and the kids with grandma, and I'll go to the TF Nation Minicon in Manchester. That's definitely the next one I'm going to be doing, 100%. I'm not doing the NEC on the 27th of December. I'm going to be enjoying my time with the family doing all that. Legacy Deluxe Powerglide Warpath or Seaspras figures. Yes, well done, Pete. You totally did it. None of them at the moment, Duke. The only ones that are definitely rumoured in the pipeline are Gears, and I imagine that would mean obviously we'll get a swerve. Gears and Beachcomber, I think, are the next two mini bots that are heavily rumoured to be out next. I'll let you know, Tim. I'll let you know about that one. I'll send you some details on it. It's I think it's in April. Can anybody else confirm on here? It's the one where I got. Where's that little figure? I'm asking you lot like you know. I got a little convention figure from there. No, there's nothing, as I say, it's just there March and April, but I got this convention figure last time from that TF Con. It's kind of cool, to be fair. I haven't done a video on it yet. I need to. It's all 3D printed, obviously, and it does fall apart, but I don't care. It's a little Soundwave. It's a little Soundwave. I'm sure it's, and they made it with the intention that the Soundwave could transform into a cassette and fit in Soundwave's chest, which is good. The next NEC, I don't know. I need to check, to be fair. I need to check when the next one is, because I'm probably going to do it again, to be fair, as in do a little store, because they're so much fun. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I know, because I'll do a stand. But at the moment, yeah, as I say, there's rollout roll call tomorrow, which for obvious reasons I'm not going, and neither's Tim, because he's in Barbados. And then there's, could you put it? Of course I can, no problem at all, Adam. What I'll do is I'll let people know as and when I'm going to stop playing with this. I just knocked his head off. Yeah, I'll let people know, don't worry. Again, I'm not going to take a break from doing this. I'm just going to take a break from doing just a few conventions over Christmas, because obviously it's time to spend some family time, isn't it? I'm lucky enough that I've got a 6-month-old, a 4-month-old, and a 6-month-old, 4-year, and a 7-year-old. So for them, Christmas is, at the moment, it's mental. Gee, but Tim, you know, Pete will tell you that he said I make you buy stuff as well, but I don't. So I'm going to enjoy Christmas with them. So that's exactly the reason why I'm not going to the NEC on the 27th. But then everything will have calmed down by then, and I'll definitely be at the one in Manchester, 100%. The one in Manchester is, as I say, I can't remember the date, but I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the chat, and I'll let everybody know. Yeah, when I'm going and what we're going to be doing, because it'll be fun. What else is there? Last few on here, because, yep, 10 past now, so last ones. I probably would agree with that, Pathosis, yes, purely because, number one, you can physically pick the figure up in hand and see it. So you can pretty much, if you want to knock a bit off, you can try. You obviously haven't got to worry about shipping costs and paying and all that sort of stuff. And that's where I tend to find the most bargains, because you can really do that as well. So there you go, 16th of April 23 at the NEC, according to their website. He is the devil, Tim. Tim's the devil. Tim is evil tempter. No, it's nice. It's nice that we've got this nice little group going. We should all definitely arrange a proper meetup. Maybe I should start a convention. There's an idea for you all. We should do a Toys R Us convention. Set up our own things, get our own guests in. I'm sure people here know Simon Thingy. Oh yeah, Hound will be released. We should do a Barbados. There you go. Barbados. That would be an even better one. You never know. Who knows? 4 or 5 years down the line. I say it jokingly, but with the people and the friends and the community that I've met through all this, it's easily possible. I got Robo Recruits, I got Transformers UK Collector, got add to all of you guys on here. You know, there's no reason why perhaps we couldn't look at doing something like that way down in the future. It's just, who knows. But yeah, we'll just take on Bob Con. We'll just keep doing what we, and of course Tim is like the biggest legend out of us all. So Tim can pull some strings, pull some of his mates in, definitely. I finally got to read the last stand over the other day. Brilliant. Got any favourites, Tiff, coming in stores? Star Wars shorts required, yes. Need Autobot DevCon Legacy, we've already discussed that. Definitely Jet Guardian. Yeah, there we go. So Star Wars. Do you know what's even worse? I've got a t-shirt here with Star Wars as well. Look, it's not the same drama top either. If anyone says it's this one, because Star Wars is still cool-ish, but that's a whole separate subject. We're not going into that. I'm going to end this in 3 minutes. We don't get buzzworthy at all. We have to get them from Pulse or from specialist shops. There we go. Right, I'm going to cut this at an end. I want to say huge thank you again to everybody, and especially for putting up for the first 15 minutes. No, that's a normal t-shirt. This one's a lounge round. I don't know, might be. Especially for jumping on board on this is the third attempt to get this right tonight, so thank you very much. I'll do one in December, definitely. Again, I've had so much fun with this. It's been interesting, and again, it's just been really nice to chat to you all. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for just jumping on board. Thank you to Simon for jumping onto the channel member as well. That's really nice. Duvet cover did have. And everybody, Rob, everybody's in the chat, Fungboy, everybody who's just come on. Tim, amazing, what are you doing? You're in Barbados. Get off the balcony, stop listening to me and get in that sea. And I'll catch up with you soon as well. So thank you, everybody, for coming on board. Loved it. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. And I'm going to press the button right now.